BlackRock isn't just powerful, it might be the most dangerous force shaping our world. They don't just influence the economy, they engineer your future in ways you never agreed to. Some call them the fourth branch of government, but what if they're even more than that? What if I told you they operate behind closed doors, manipulating global finance, politics, and even your personal freedom? Let's uncover the dark truth about BlackRock. For perspective, BlackRock manages over $11 trillion in assets, which is more than the entire GDP of Japan, Germany, and India combined. If BlackRock were a country, it would be the third largest economy in the world, but their size isn't the biggest problem. It's how they use that power. BlackRock owns significant shares in almost every single corporation: Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Tesla, and even companies that are supposed to be competitors. They are the biggest shareholder in 88% of the companies in the S&P 500. That means they have the power to influence stock prices, boardroom decisions, mergers, and even corporate layoffs. It doesn't stop there. BlackRock also works closely with Vanguard, another financial giant. Together, they control so much wealth that they practically own Wall Street itself. But here's the real conspiracy. Unlike traditional banks that get regularly investigated, BlackRock operates outside financial regulations because it isn't technically a bank. They are a shadow empire, ruling without elections, without oversight, and without accountability. BlackRock publicly claims to fight climate change, but behind the scenes, they're one of the biggest backers of fossil fuels. In 2023 alone, BlackRock had over $260 billion invested in fossil fuels, including oil and gas giants like ExxonMobil, Shell, and BP. They actively finance coal mining and deforestation projects, while at the same time pushing their ESG, environmental, social, and governance, score system. ESG is supposed to reward companies for being environmentally responsible, but guess who owns it? BlackRock. That means if a company steps out of line with BlackRock's interests, they tank their ESG score, causing their stock value to crash. So let's be clear, BlackRock profits from destroying the environment, and they profit from pretending to save it. If you think BlackRock only controls companies, think again. They also control governments, central banks, and world leaders. One of the biggest conflicts of interest happened in 2020. During the COVID-19 financial crisis, BlackRock was hired by the US Federal Reserve to manage its emergency stimulus program. But here's the catch. BlackRock was allowed to buy corporate bonds, including those from companies it already had stakes in. In other words, they used taxpayer money to buy and boost their own investments, and it's not just the US. BlackRock has advised central banks in Europe, China, and Latin America. In France, mass protests erupted in 2023 after BlackRock was caught influencing pension reform laws to increase their financial control. In China, BlackRock was granted exclusive investment opportunities that other US firms were banned from. So ask yourself, if they control the central banks, they control the money. And if they control the money, they control everything. If all this wasn't disturbing enough, in 2024, a violent event was directly linked to BlackRock. Thomas Crooks, the man who attempted to take out Trump, was featured in 2022 BlackRock ad. The shocking connection set the internet on fire. The right-wing side claims BlackRock orchestrated the event to remove Trump. The left-wing side claims it was staged to increase Trump's election chances. The fact that both sides see BlackRock as a major player in political manipulation should tell you something. They're always lurking behind the scenes. BlackRock is not just a powerful corporation, it is a system of control. They own the biggest companies in the world. They manipulate financial markets with almost no oversight. They fund both environmental destruction and so-called green movement. They have direct influence over governments and central banks. So the question is, why aren't more people talking about this? And more importantly, what else are they hiding?